My next guest is a skateboarder who was building a modeling career when she suffered an unimaginable injury in November 2020. Brooklinn Khoury was visiting family in Arizona when she was attacked by a relative's dog, leaving her with serious facial injuries. But she was determined not to be counted out of society's views about what makes a person beautiful. Brooklinn continued documenting her life on social media, sharing her injuries and recovery. Now, more than a year later, she had the first of several reconstructive surgeries, and she wants to change our conversation about beauty. Please welcome Brooklinn Khoury to the TAM Fam. Brooklinn, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. So listen, this story is so powerful, and I'm so curious how you got to the courageous point you are now. The day you were injured, you were actually looking forward to filming your first TV commercial, but you say that you felt insecure. At the time, you had a blemish on your face, and you were focused in on that. Fast forward to the perspective of where you are now. How do you explain it?
You know, honestly, I think society puts a certain role on what we're supposed to look like, how beauty is supposed to be measured. At the time, yes, I was very insecure about it was a zit on my upper lip. How I am now, I think I was always not really scared to show like natural beauty. I just wanted to be my most authentic self and kind of help whoever I could that was going through something similar or anything that would kind of put them back with life, any disability, anything like that.
I mean, here after this accident, to be able to have the focus to say, I'm not going to let this defeat me. In fact, I'm going to turn this into an inspirational message is phenomenal. I know that you've talked about being the strong one in your family. Sometimes you cried at night when everyone else was asleep. So the pressure to remain strong had to be enormous. But what was that moment, Brooklinn, where it clicked to you that I can cry, which we should be able to mourn or grieve or feel sorry for ourselves, but I also can use this in a powerful way. What was that wake-up moment for you?
So for me, I would try to be the strong one in my family. Yes, I had moments where I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like, why did this happen to me? You know, you always have those why moments. But for me, I was like, I'm obviously going through something for a reason. If I'm able to use this to whatever advantage I can, helping somebody out. But I definitely think when the attack happened, I was watching like my mom and my dad kind of feel guilty, like it was their fault that this accident happened. So I was trying to be the strong one. And by doing that, I was trying to just look at life in a different perspective. Like, yes, this happened, but also I guess it could have been worse. You know what I mean? I'm just really inspired by so many people around me. So I was just trying to be inspiring as well.
Your social media accounts are filled with pictures of you and your girlfriend, Dance Mom star Chloe Lucasiak. You met Chloe just 5 days before you were injured, and you said initially you were worried that she wouldn't think that you were pretty anymore.
Yeah, I was so infatuated with her when I first met her. She's beautiful inside and out. So it was such a new early relationship, but I knew it was very strong. But I definitely have learned over the year, like we've gone through so much together, and I think it's very, very beautiful what we've gone through. It's just made our relationship stronger and stronger. So I am so happy to have her by my side through this whole thing. And I definitely think she has a lot to do with how I am and how much I share, because she has told me and shared with me that what I'm going through is very unique and beautiful, and she accepts me for every way that I am. And it's I just love her so much. She's awesome.
You know, I was saying that this show is about don't count me out. Do you feel that you've proven to people why we should never count someone out? Certainly when it comes to the physical, the outside, when we all should know by now that it's what's inside that truly matters.
Yeah, when I got into the attack, I was initially shot down from everything and everyone. Not everyone, sorry, but everything that I was doing was put on a hold, and I had to figure out, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to recalculate my life, and how am I going to get a job and be successful without somebody judging me so hard. It was very, very hard to kind of share my story because everyone was like just making excuses to why I should have done this, or don't share this. I don't want to see this on my feed. So it was a very like controversial thing, like me just sharing my story. I definitely think that society has such a way that you should look and act. And I feel like there is no beauty standard. Like everyone is beautiful in their own way. And that's what I'm learning. And that's what I have learned through this whole attack. And I'm really, really happy to look in the mirror and just learn to love what I see on the daily basis. It takes a lot of work, but I'm very, very happy that I'm starting to realize like the beauty I have in myself as well.
Oh, well, you know what? I am so happy that you're sharing your story and you are redefining how we have this conversation. It sounds weird to say congratulations, but that's what I feel. I feel it's worthy of congratulating you for beating back the negativity and finding a way to hone in on this in an inspirational way. Brooklyn, I'm going to continue to follow you and follow your story, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Of course, of course, of course.